Hi, thank you so much for tuning back in to Morgan James's Fall 2020 book launch. I'm Jim Howard, publisher for Morgan James Publishing, and today we're excited to introduce to you Dr. Francis Mbunya. And Dr. Francis is the author of Skyrocket Your Business at Zero Cost. Make a difference with company growth and community development. So Dr. Francis, thank you so much for taking the time today to join us and talk with us.
Thank you very much, Jim, for having me here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to start out with, just to get you to tell us a little bit about yourself and your book, and where this comes from.
Okay, so my name is Francis Mbunya. I'm originally from Cameroon, and before I actually wrote this book, I've been working with a lot of international organizations as a consultant and as a project manager for some of the big projects, UN, National Geographic. And more importantly, I also kind of ran my own project where I kind of started without money. And that's kind of where the big idea of the book came from. And when we started this organization, we wanted to help people, but we had no money to start. And we said, okay, what do we have? And we said, okay, we're about to help women get into business. And we have people that are already into business. We were kind of a nonprofit. So we needed to find like a win-win situation where the business people that were already in business could support us without feeling that they're giving money away. So we came out with a strategy, which is what I explain in the book, on how companies can relate with nonprofit by using the power of a donation. But I kind of explain it that in a more powerful way on how you get a donation to work for your company or how you get it to take your business to the next level. And very specifically, working with local companies in Cameroon that was in Central Africa and really having them had massive results by using this approach was kind of an eye-opening to really see how business leaders could leverage their value and could leverage what they have to create connections that could get them to another level. So that is the motivation behind my book. And a bit about me, I started my journey up in Cameroon, moved to Europe where I did my master's in sustainable development. I did a doctorate in the and development studies. I'm focusing more on the pro-poor policy. And the question I was answering was, why do some people have access to a lot of resources and some people have limited access? And how can people that have limited access eventually have more access? So who control it, who maintain it, and some of the concepts really go also into my book. And most often we don't need to really do something different to create a difference. We just need to do something in a different way in order to make it different. Yeah.
Outstanding. And I think that's a lot of times people struggle with that, especially when they're getting into businesses. How much access do I have? How much assistance can I get? And they struggle sometimes understanding that they can get that access. They may just have to go about it a different way. And I think you do a really good job of explaining some of that and letting people know it's there for you. And that's part of what this book is about, is talking about taking that journey. So outstanding. So who's your ideal reader for this book, and how does your book serve them?
Right. When I was writing this book, my ideal reader, I took a case study of a company out there in Ohio, and they were into construction, but they were doing a lot of work in the community, trying to assist some of the community with education and getting them shelter. But the worry of the CEO was that we only have much to spend, so we cannot do beyond what we can do out of our profit margin. And I think, oh, I've been using this concept and it's been working extremely well. So when I sat down to have a conversation with my ideal reader, I said, hey, you can do this without necessarily thinking it's taking a lot from your community, in a way that it gives back to your business rather than you thinking you're giving away so much. And how does it happen? First of all, it's happened by you understanding that when people are connecting with you, people are connecting with you in two dimensions. If you go from a place of business, they connect with you from a place of business. If you go from a place of love, they connect with you from a place of love. So as a business person, your goal is to transmit that love into the heart of people, where they start having conversation about your business in a natural way, in which they don't feel that they're marketing you. They feel that you're offering a lot of value. And what happened that transpired between you connecting with the community, what I use the aspect of tapping in the power of a donation to be able to achieve your result. For instance, if I'm a business person, I go into the field and I support a community as a business person. There's a bigger idea that, okay, probably I'm just doing this because I want people to be aware of my product. Now, if I kind of step away and I work with a middle person, which is a non-profit, and enable them to do it for me, a lot of people see charity as, wow, this is what they're doing from their heart. And then what they do is that they project that I'm able to do this because of the support from XYZ. Now, that touch of love is what does the multiplication. And those are the stories that the media want to pick. So if you want to go to the media like easily, that's an easy route. So when we implemented the project in Central Africa, we were helping a group of women that could not really get access to income.
Mm.
And because of that, the problem we're trying to solve is that because the men were the main people providing income, the women had no money. So there were a lot of violence towards the end of the month. There's not enough money. The men needed to put out some strategy to escape from not being able to provide, and that causes a lot of tension. And when we showed the company we work with, the company was like a teaching company, and our goal was to, can you support us with this money? We're going to train these women, and we're going to let most of them do business with you. And not only that, because we are solving a problem, there's going to be a big change that is noticed. And then the media is going to find out, why are we having this change? Why is there change going on? And it cycles back to you. Moreover, the people that we're supporting in business are coming to do also business with you, which means that you have more customer coming in.
Mm.
And when we did this implementation, there was a very big shift in their business in less than no time. And they asked us to replicate the same concept again. In that case, the neutral, they're not coming into the fee. So we as a nonprofit that wanted to do the good, we have the research, we have the expertise of doing it in a way that really push us out. We going also in the media to talk about that. Since we're a nonprofit, it's not costing us that much. It's not seen as publicity. But what we're actually doing is that we're putting the company that support us in a spot where everyone can see the great work they're doing. And a natural conversation goes behind the scene on their name. And this is a multiplication effect that is going to cost them a lot of money if they want to go directly on TV.
Wow. And it's such a natural way to
Yeah.
incorporate the giving and incorporate the reciprocation of that. And like you said, I love what you said about the positioning being so much stronger if you're not looking like you're going into a community for a publicity stunt to help
Yeah.
a certain organization or to show charity, but actually working with the nonprofit to let them do the work that they do so well, and you be the benefactor and being shown as the support piece.
Stuff like
And
that.
what a difference the way you get viewed when you take that approach. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. And we focus so much on the design of the approach, because if you, the company, doesn't understand how it cycle back to you, you're not going to have the benefit, because we have a lot of companies that are doing that already. But what they don't understand is, how does it cycle back to me in a way that doesn't sound like I'm kind of going against the rules of the nonprofit. So it's more like building a strategic plan and understanding where you need to fit in when it comes into that publicity, and how does it pay back to your organization. So it's also understanding the concept around development, the concept around how the nonprofit work. and also the concept on how the publicity on the nonprofit circle back to you, and where exactly can you take advantage when that point coming.
Mm, so smart, so smart. So, what is your ultimate goal with this book?
My ultimate goal, number one, is to show a lot of companies that the strategy, it's a bigger strategy for growth.
Mm,
Growth because you can use that strategy not only in supporting a community, also in getting into new territories of business. Say, for instance, if you're in the United States and you're looking forward to launch a company in South Africa, for instance, what is the easiest way to do an assessment and to know exactly if you should invest there without spending so much money in market research? And the first thing is you need to be able to identify the nonprofit that are already doing some research work around your area. And then we say that you give them a donation with a purpose and
mm,
say, hey, look, I see that you're doing a lot of great work here, and I'm interested in supporting about 10 of your staff to do a research about this. And this is because one of my biggest goal of creating this company was to reach this amount of people. And when you get your result, I'll be happy to share in your report and really understand what are the different dynamics. Now, most of the people in a nonprofit are volunteers and they're experts and they know exactly what they do. So they can do it in like a less cost and in a more effective way compared to you hiring an expert, flying that expert to South Africa and then having to pay all the import duty and all of that. A local company does all of this research, gives you all the baseline finding from a place of you supporting the community. Now, it has a double impact. The first impact is that before you get there, the community that benefited from that research has already known you, because when you work from the nonprofit, when you go to the community, the first thing you do is awareness. You want to let them know why you're doing this and who is actually supporting it. So your name has already gone ahead. And when you come, you're coming on more softer ground. So my goal is to let CEOs of companies know that it is possible for them to really grow, most especially with small companies that are finding it difficult to expand. You can leverage this partnership to do a lot with your own company. You can leverage the partnership to get into a new market, or maybe just to understand some market research that are going to help, that's going to help you make some key decisions in your company.
outstanding, outstanding. And you know, here's the thing: if you're a business owner, no matter how big or small your business is, there's always opportunity to take advantage of some of the strategies that Dr. Francis has just gone over in this video. Um, every single business owner that I know needs to look at how they can strengthen their own company by utilizing uh, their partnerships and relationships within the community, within nonprofits, in those communities that are supporting those communities that are doing great work, that you're supporting and you're benefiting that great work, but you're also getting the benefit of being connected to that organization. Morgan James does this when we partner with Habitat for Humanity. You know, we've got a great partnership with them. We do that because we love the organization and we all stand behind what they're doing in the communities that they're building these homes in for people. And in one way or another, we get a lot of publicity, we get a lot of interaction and traction because of the support that we give them to be able to do the things that they're doing so well. So, Dr. Francis, thank you for being open today and sharing a lot of great information. I think even if the viewers are just watching this, they're going to get a spark of inspiration to look into that direction a little bit more. And this, accompanied with your book, will give them the roadmap that they need to be able to move forward, grow their business, support great causes, and benefit both and all who are involved. So how, if someone's watching this video today, if they picked up a copy of your book, how can they connect with you? What's the best way for our viewers to get connected with you?
The best way, it's the most fastest way, is through the internet. if you type my name, Francis Mbunya, I'm gonna put up on the LinkedIn. I'm very active there. Put out content there on the book. So you can find also me on YouTube and on my website, drfrancisweb.com. I also put out a lot of blog on business growth strategy and how business could actually leverage this approach to grow. So going to drfrancisweb.com, which is my website, all of my contact information is there. And you can find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Those are the three social media platforms that I'm very active there.
Outstanding. Outstanding. If you're watching this, you can grab a copy of Dr. Francis's book right now at any of your favorite bookstores, whether that's online or offline. Grab a copy. I encourage you to do so, especially if you're a business owner. If you're starting a business and you're just getting out, start on the right foot. Look at the strategies that are available. Too many times we see business owners, especially small business owners and entrepreneurs, miss the impact that hooking up with a nonprofit can have on your business. Not only is it doing good in the community, but it's going to help you do better in what you're doing as well. So thank you, Dr. Francis, for being here with us today. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.